Welcome to Zelda Speedruns. We have for you from the ALttP All Dungeons RMG League 2024 a Palace of Darkness Round 2 matchup between Krithel and oase28. And I'm going to pass it over to our commentator for this race, Rob J. Beasley. Take it away.
Thank you. Hello everyone. These two runners lost last week, so they're in the 0-1 bracket. Going to be playing for to get back to even this week, and then have a chance to win again next week to have a winning record in the league. This is in the Palace of Darkness division, which is the top division of this season's league. So two very good runners. Looks like we'll be underway shortly. Alright, looks like we're a little bit out of sync at the moment, but I'm sure we can get that sorted. So to begin this category, we need to, rather than rescuing Zelda, as we do at the beginning of No Major Glitches runs, we need to break our way out of the escape sequence, which we're going to do with a series of little tricks that are coming up here. Let's see if either of them are going for Uncle Jump here. No. Okay, so at the beginning of this we need to save and quit whilst jumping off a ledge to arm exploration glitch, which we are allowed to use only in the overworld in this category. There is a faster way of doing it from the stairs in the end of the secret passage there, but it's a little tricky and not so race safe, so both of them are going to be coming into the castle here and doing the easy jump, save and quit. So now we need to get damaged on the way into Hyrule Castle here, so it requires us to firstly not be damaged by the enemies beforehand. Line up on a certain pixel here. Yeah, it looks like they both got it there. It gives us what we call Lonk State. Just a slightly glitched state that enables us to get into Exploration Glitch state by taking damage, which we're going to do from the barrier into Aghanim's Tower. So now we're on the wrong layer of the map. We can walk along the edge of the castle here, sneak past the guard by being underneath him, then hop off the ledge here to put ourselves back on the right layer. And now we're out of the castle. And it looks like we have a little early divergence here. So Krithel's going to be doing a clip over here to get into Fake Flipper State, and then head over to the Kakariko village and kind of pick up a bottle. Oase is going to be heading straight to Eastern Palace by the looks of things. So Oase gets the what we call the River Fort. That's FAWT, standing for Funny Auto Walk thing. So he is going to be going for the citrus clip, just to get into Eastern Palace slightly faster, rather than walking directly there. And Krithel, having grabbed the bottle from the back of the tavern, is going to be approaching Eastern Palace from the other side. Okay, Oase is in. Krithel arriving from here. Also has a broken camera. Needs to be careful never to move right on this screen while map wrapped, otherwise it will result in a hard lock. And there we go. So Eastern Palace is still relatively straightforward. The dungeon looks much like it does in Major Glitches runs. Seeing them both here doing the Stalfos spawn room, where we can kill 2 of the 4 Stalfos before they spawn in. Kind of messes with the room and allows us to go through without killing all of them. And the next trick coming up is going to be the Eastern Palace Big Key damage boost. Oh, looks like it had some slight issues on OAS's thing there, and it seems to have been missed. There we go, Krithel showing how it's done there. Alright, OAS then first with the bow. So both of them upstairs here. A couple of rooms where we need to kill all the enemies here. OAS gets the arrow drop in the door into the Armos fight. And we're seeing the normal top right Armos kill here. Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, it's like OAS's stream having a couple of issues on the restream here, unfortunately. Yeah, Krithel now also into the Armos fight. Alright, looks like OASA is kind of back here. Both of them going to be grabbing the boots from Sahasrahla here. Based on the routing difference earlier, I think they're going to be doing a slightly different thing after here as well. Yeah, so OASA is going to be running across and going straight up Death Mountain and into Palace of Darkness. Krithel's going to be doing a different clip here to get up to the potion shop, making use of the bottle that he got in Village of Outcast, or in Kakariko Village rather, to buy a potion, which will help out with another trick that we're going to see in Palace of Darkness. It's like Krithel going for the safer version of that clip that requires you to scroll the screen back to make sure you don't hard lock, rather than just trying to hit one of the good pixels with some correct movement. Yeah, so Oase got the Death Mountain Ascent, getting into the Old Man Cave. Thal's going to be going for the same thing here now. Alright, so I say getting to the pod entry tricks first here. So we see what we call the Kiki Yeet there. Throw ourselves across the map as a way of getting up to the cave we need to be in slightly faster. And now we're heading to Kiki Skip. We're going to do a bomb clip into this corner here. Basically, this game, the entire underworld is all on one map. So if you know what you're doing, you can clip from place to place. Because the game keeps track of where we are separately to just the room we're in, the game still thinks we're in a cave, even though we're currently in Palace of Darkness, which enables a few funky things. But what we're going to see right now is what we call the Cave State Big Key. So by getting this big key while in Cave State, it actually gives us a few other big keys. But the problem with that, of course, is that now, by getting it in Cave State, we do not get the Palace of Darkness big key, and now that chest is opened, there is no Palace of Darkness big key available to us. So the price we pay for having a Cave State big key is that we need to do some more convoluted work here in order to actually beat Palace of Darkness. I think we're going to be seeing more of that right now on Krithel's side. I think, looking at Oase splits, he's just going to be grabbing a hammer and bailing out of pod here, and we'll be doing the rest of it later. Whereas Krithel is going to be carrying on and doing the first basement clip of the run. So Oase doing the river clip there to again get ourselves into a kind of broken stream where we can enter Hyrule Castle here. Krithel going for the hover to the hammer chest here. This is pretty fiddly hover, got to be on the exact right pixel. It looks like, I think he's able to still get out of this rail, yeah. So that's nicely done. Yeah, so he's going to be coming down here for the basement clip. We've seen both runners spamming the lamp a few times, which is not just random. That is actually part of setting up some values that will enable some other things. Alright, so yeah, Krithel drinks the potion in that staircase in order to enable super speed here, which is the first step we need for the basement clip. This is going to enable Krithel to get to the final big door. In Palace of Darkness here, and open it. Unfortunately, we cannot actually beat the dungeon in Cave State and correctly get the prize. I'm not even sure if the boss will be there in Cave State. But yeah, so we just need to open the boss door here to bypass needing the Palace of Darkness big key. We saw on Oase's side there one of the uses of the Cave State big key. That's not a particularly big time-saving one, but we can just open the door to Zelda's cell without having to kill the ball and chain. Then a save and quit, and a mirror. And we're in Sanctuary. So Krithel's going to be doing what we just saw Oase do. This is going to be his escape segment. So despite looking like he's behind a little bit here, Krithel's put in some extra work in Palace of Darkness, so that's That's just the different routes here. So now, I say coming up to the early hookshot segment. This is another time you can make use of the K-State big key. Tower of Hera is one of the big keys we get for free, which allows the very slow basement, and also allows us to do the stuff we're going to do here. Only using Hera small keys. In other routes where you don't basement clip, you need to clip from Hera into the Hyrule Castle sewers to collect a different small key. But in this case, we can just grab the one small key there and climb the tower using the K-State big key. So I say they're grabbing the Moon Pearl, and now we're going to see the clip into Swamp Palace. Nicely set up, yeah. Really clean dash citrus there. Very good. It's like Krithel's coming out of escape here now as well. So anyway, Oase is not completely acquired an early hookshot yet. Also needs to do this this tough trick. We call fake clippers. You get a fake flippers there and clip through the railing here. I think he's still fine to do. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I was I was scared about the way he left the water there, but that was fine. So yeah, now we can use the Tower of Hera big key, because the game still thinks we're in Hera. I guess in this case it's the K-State big key pretending to be the Tower of Hera big key, to open the Swamp Palace big chest. So once again, Krithel's different route is leading him to kind of be following in Oase's footsteps. But he's going to be doing the same stuff we just saw. Oase doing DMD here, Death Mountain Descent. Going to be heading to Thieves Town, which is the next dungeon we will actually be beating. Having had brief visits to Palace of Darkness and Hera, we are now actually going to be finishing a dungeon again. And they'll actually auto-track those keys, that's neat. Alright, Krithel, slightly different step to get into position for the dash citrus, but this also looks very good. Ooh, okay, I say having an unfortunate little bonk there and getting bunny beamed. I always look upon this Thieves Town segment as being kind of the end of the really brutal early game that this category has. Like, we have to do Thieves Town here on very low health, because we're coming from the, like that previous split. And after this, there's a little bit of respite. Alright, Krithel has also successfully acquired a hookshot. I say dealing with that cricket really nicely there. Those things hit real hard. Nice attic bomb room as well. Krithel is also down the mountain. Going to be entering Thieves Town for himself here in just a few seconds. Do I say going to go for the bomb strat in this room? No, okay. So yeah, because we're coming to Thieves Town here without a glove in this category, we can't do the normal strat of picking up the block there and going straight down. We have to kill the enemies and go through the door to the left. And now we get to solve the glove problem by going straight to the Titansmiths. Alright, blind fight here for Oase. Looks like he stayed on script so far. Alright, blind down. Okay, Krithel also not doing the bomb strat. I noticed that Zazak opened its mouth just as he entered the menu, so that was a nice little tip-off that he needed to move out the way. OSA now going to be doing the frog door. Which allows us to grab the book here and then grab the frog back in the Dark World without having to pick up the rock again. There is a risk of a hard lock here if you press A very early. But yeah, nicely done. And beyond grabbing the book there, this Skullwood split is essentially the same as the No Major Glitches Skullwood split. I guess in routes that involve basement clip here, then it's the other slight difference is that you don't need to get both of the 300 ruby chests. They'll be getting C-shaped house, but not brewery. So Krithel also threw the blind fight here. Oh, I say picking up the tempered sword. Luckily, the game doesn't actually check which sword you have when you try and get it tempered, so the smiths will happily temper your fighter sword. I think that might have been... Oh no, okay, that was a fine fence dash. I thought it might have been 2 frames, not 1. Yeah, so because Krithel's already done 1 basement clip, we can see he already has 200 rupees here, which will become the 500 needs for flippers after getting 1 chest. I say we'll be grabbing those rupees later, having not yet basement clipped. So oase into Skullwoods here. So oase isn't missing money, he just hasn't done a basement clip yet. Like, he'll be going back to Palace of Darkness before he needs that money. And we'll get the rupees in the basement. Both runners on really good runs here, by the way. They're both on approximately PB pace at the moment. Krithel is 8 seconds ahead of PB, and oase is 4 seconds behind. Krithel, I think, correctly identifying that he was on a bad pixel there for bonking and adjusted. Yeah, so Krithel has already done the first basement clip, whereas oase left pod the first time just getting hammer. So Krithel already has those basement rupees, but oase has not got them yet. Nice arrow drop from the jellies there on Krithel's side. oase into the Mothula fight. Alright, not too bad a fight there. Yeah, it'll become apparent later when we eventually see both of them finishing pod. Oh, okay, yeah. Krithel moved down a little bit too soon there, but at least noticed that he'd not grabbed the key, so we're able to fix it. Now we're going to see a very brief finishing up of Hera from oase there. Ooh, just dropped his B button a little bit too soon. Nice Buffalo's Hera pot. And one of the nice things about this category, or at least these routes of this category, is that we can do a Tempered Sword Moldon fight. Oh, really good Moth from Krithel as well. Only just got one spike to move. Alright, so Misery Maya next up for oase here. Gotta grab the Ether Medallion first in order to enter, and then we're gonna be doing what we call the super jump here. We need to first come down the mountain here to clip back up the mountain, because we need to have the camera broken for this trick. So we can now hop down. And again. And that's going to put us all the way down at the bottom of the map here. Who's ahead? I think Krithel is slightly ahead. Both runners are approximately on PB pace, and Krithel's PB is 23 seconds ahead of OSA's. So based on that, I'm going to say Krithel is around 30 seconds ahead. But it'll obviously be easy to tell when the routes converge later. Nice backup there from OSA after having a little bit of slow movement at the beginning of that room to still get the 0 cycle, or the 1 cycle. So once again, Krithel just sort of lagging slightly behind OSA because of the extra time that Krithel put in earlier in Path to Darkness. Now Krithel doing a slightly different setup here to get down the mountain for the super jump, but the same principle applies here. The interior of Misery Mire is very similar to No Major Glitches with these routes, the exception being how we perform the spooky action glitch, which we'll see in just a minute. I think I've seen that super jump setup once before, and it was probably last week when I commentated Krithel's race against Doomtap. Alright, so Kane of Samaria required for OSA. Still on full health at the moment, so no concerns at all about doing Spike Key. See Krithel moving up slightly before that dash there. Is a way of just delaying slightly to not get hit by the fireball. And so here's the all dungeon spooky setup. OSA going to be throwing a block. Yeah, into the pit there to arm it. Still needs to kick up dust there before placing that block in order to preserve it. Unfortunately, we can't do anything in Spooky 1 here with this setup, so we're going to have to hit the switch again with the Samaria block. Alright, there's the second Spooky room done nicely. I don't know if OSA goes for any Spooky 3 stuff. Oh, looks like yes, and got it. Okay. Alright, here's the Vitreous fight. OSA did spend a little bit of time picking up some hearts that dropped earlier, so has plenty of health to spare. Ooh, looks like Krithel getting sniped by something in the lobby there, so is down 1 heart. A little earlier than we like. But yeah, Vitreous down for OSA. Going to be on to one of our other very brief dungeon dips in a moment. Our final use of the run, in fact, of the Cave State Big Key. The Desert Palace Big Key is the last one that we get given. So no need to visit the front of Desert at all. We can just go straight to the back and fight Lamolas. Alright, here comes Krithel's Spooky. So a slightly different movement from Krithel to set up Spooky 2 there, but that's also fine. There's like no attempt at Spooky 3 from Krithel. The Spooky 3 setups are quite fiddly, and if you mess it up, then you lose quite a bit of time to not trying. Krithel was unfortunately a little too high in the door there and got the bonk, but was able to still dodge the enemies, luckily. So going to be coming into this fight on just 5 hearts, which is a little scary. Okay, get out of there, goo. Alright. Yeah, I was only slightly scared. Oh, unfortunately that last worm was a bit of a bother for Oase there. He's gonna probably not even be able to get a 2-cycle here, unfortunately. Now we're going to see Oase doing the map wrap to get the ice rod. This is another case where while map wrapped, you absolutely do not want to move right. Getting blasted by the bomb there is completely fine. Essentially, the reason you can't move right is because there's a broken screen transition. There's essentially following you, and a bomb can't ever knock you over a screen transition. It only knocks you up against them, so you can't actually move you right there. Alright, so Krithel's now into the back of desert. Oase is making a second trip into Palace of Darkness. So Oase again on this trip, not going to be leaving and re-entering. We're still going to be in cave state for now because he still has to open the Helmasaur door. Krithel, unfortunately, also not being able to get the 1-cycle Lambo fight, but does get a 2. So Oase is going to be able to use a Samaria block here in order to get into the super speed state. There we see those last few rupees collected. Here comes Krithel's Ice Rod Wrap. So Oase is struggling slightly to get going here with this basement clip. It's like Krithel is choosing to enter the Kiki Cave the normal way here. This might just be because of like the enemies here, meaning he didn't want to go for Yeet again. Alright, looks like oase28 is now successfully getting the basement clip. There we go. Unfortunately, lost a fair bit of time there. So a good basement clip from Krithel here could see him be well ahead. Because he's already opened the Helmasaur door as well, so we can see him here now. Re-entering the dungeon. It's like oase28 is heading to Turtle Rock now. Ooh. Unfortunate save and quit from oase28 there. Looks like he got himself stuck in a bad spot. Comes Krithel's basement clip 2. Alright, gets the teleport nicely. I think oase28 has successfully gotten TR climb this time, yeah. Ooh, fails the mirror wrap. Try again. There we go. Krithel gets the second basement clip and is into the Helmasaur fight. So I say into Turtle Rock here. With the mirror wrap we get into kind of the back door of Turtle Rock, so we have to then backtrack through the dungeon a little way to get to the big key. Then we can mirror back to the laser bridge entrance and head to the boss pretty quickly. Nice little strat there from oase28 in the peg maze. So Krithel, now done with Palace of Darkness, can be also heading to Turtle Rock. Phase 1 triumphs down from oase28. Oh no, Krithel also had a bad Turtle Rock climb and has to save and quit out. That's unfortunate. Krithel was still on PB pace until then. It's a real shame that's how it ends. Yeah, Krithel also now gets the climb, gets the wrap. And Krithel going for the menuless walk to the chest there. Say gets the little instant hop to get down the mountain here to Sora's Domain. Yeah, we can grab the flippers just in time to do the water dungeons. I guess we don't actually use the flippers at all to get to Ice Palace. So now it's Oase's final trip into pod. He's going to do what we saw Krithel do kind of recently. Ooh, Krithel unfortunately getting his block blocked by the mini Helmasaur, so couldn't get the fast strat in Peg Maze. We see Oase will also be entering real pod state for the first time. The mirror before this trip into pod, by the way, is to fix what we call fake worlds. Because we were in the light world when we clicked into Path of Darkness, the game thinks we're still in the light world, which can cause a conflict with the prize. So in order to ensure we actually get a crystal drop, we need to do that mirror. I say there, I think, did some extra movement up to make sure that he baits the turtles to the right side of the path there. I think that was the purpose of that. Alright, Krithel is out of Turtle Rock. Unfortunately, I think the PB is probably dead now, but still a really solid run. Ooh, doesn't get the fast clip. Oh, he's stuck inside the dead rock. You hate to see it. So you have to do a backup clip there to descend down. Oh, looks like Oase has failed the basement clip in such a way that he loses super speed and has to set up again. Unfortunate. Magic does not last forever either. Yeah, this is, I think, a problem now. He's going to have to mirror out. It's real unfortunate. I don't actually know what the backup is here. I imagine Oase has a plan. Oh, is it just going to the boss the normal way? Is there no big door anywhere else? I guess there's not, is there? Yes, this is unfortunate. For some reason I was thinking there was another big key door somewhere that meant you couldn't do this, but yeah, there isn't. Krithel is plus 24 now after Turtle Rock. Having been minus 12 going in. I don't know how many blue balls Krithel's PB is, which would inform even more as to how dead this run is. So yeah, Krithel heading through Swamp now. You've obviously already done a lot of the legwork in Swamp here with the early hook segment earlier. Like the lever is already drained in that room there. You can also do Diver Down in this category here, as we just see nicely there from Krithel. Slightly quicker way of doing the back of Swamp Palace. Oase has finally conquered Path of Darkness. Okay, Krithel needs to be careful here, because nobody dies to Argus. That's not allowed. Please. Okay. I think OSA is probably around about 4 minutes behind at this point. Alright, so Krithel leaving Swamp as OSA enters. Going to be doing the mirror wrap to Ice Palace now. Okay, looks like he's going for the little hop version here, as opposed to Space's wrap. Oh, and then unfortunately mirrors without transitioning. Have to wait out the mirror delay now. There we go. In order to get another chance. Right, there it is. Don't move too high. Looks good to me. That was pretty high, but that's fine. Oh, looks like we've missed the first room in ice there, where we do another little clip. I think Krithel does the bomb clip. Alright, now Icebreaker. Yeah, nicely done. We can clip through that to sequence break basically the entire puzzle of the dungeon in an even more brutal fashion than the Ice Pass bomb jump that we can do in No Major Glitches to also skip the puzzle entirely. Argus fight for Oase. Looks good. Yeah, gets the zero cycle. Alright, Cold Stare fight now from Krithel. Yep, there we go. Really well done with the single poke strat. Oase also wrapping his way into Ice Palace here. He's going to do the dash citrus version of this clip through the wall. Yeah. That's good. And we see the... Oh, not quite seeing the Samaria kick. Looks like this jelly might be in the way to... Oh, okay, it moved out of the way, luckily. Alright, unfortunately, Krithel has also bled a decent bit more time over the course of those last two splits, so is 50 seconds behind PB now, so that is presumably completely dead, but still a real nice run. Like, it's just a couple of mistakes that have cost the time here. I feel like any race where you're within a minute of your PB into the late game is a pretty good effort. Alright, and there is Krithel's GT clip. Cold Stare for Oase. Also goes for the single poke and gets it. See, all of the route divergences are now behind us, so the time differential between the two of them that it looks like there is accurate. Just Ganon's tower, Aghanim's tower, and then the Ganon fight. Looks like we've had another little issue on Oase's stream side here. I'm currently seeing the Cold Stare fight again. Okay, looks like Oase is having some stream issues, according to looking at the race time room here. Oase stream is currently offline, so hopefully that can get sorted out. He has not forfeit the race, so it's not a case of him just finishing and, you know, like forfeiting and going offline. Alright, Krithel is done with the GT basement here. I'm going to be climbing now. Unfortunate little bonk there. Getting shot at by these enemies. Yeah, Krithel apparently inventing a new strat where you just skip the room entirely. Krithel getting a little bit beaten up in Gauntlet here. Oh, he beat the anti-fairy? Okay. It's possible that some of the stream glitches that I'm witnessing are not the same as the ones that are actually being broadcast then, because I basically did not see that room at all. He, like, skipped to shooting one of the mimics in Mimics 1. Anyway, he's through there, back on the climb. Oh, you saw his ice clip as well? Yeah, okay. It's like Oase's stream is still down, unfortunately. If he's just focusing on the race, then he might not have been paying attention. Oh, and actually, just as I say that, Oase has now forfeited in the race room. Oh, he says his power went out. That's super unfortunate. Apparently he was expecting his power to go out like an hour from now, and yeah, that has apparently happened early, so it's unfortunate. So yeah, he's forfeit, so Krithel's just going to finish out the race here. Claim the win. Yeah, so there was a scheduled outage that apparently is there ahead of time, which is a shame. Oase was saying because he was behind already in the race that, you know, he's just going to forfeit here. Ooh, nice 2-cycle. Aga 2 there. Is Aga 2 still Aga 2 in this category even though we do it first? Or is this actually Aga 1 now and Aga 1 is Aga 2? Much to ponder. Krithel walking all the way around the hole there. I'm firmly on team Doom Tap down left now. I think that strat's great. Does Ejaka get its own number? Does that mean that at the top of this tower we're going to be fighting Aga 4? Anyway, Krithel going for the Fire Rod climb here. There's a few different items you can menu to. Looks like Krithel also did a slightly different GT finish to what a lot of people do. He still grabbed the chest key and got the full magic refill, so he can use Fire Rod shots aplenty here. It's a nice try and circular pots to avoid having to actually like go in to that little enclosure, even without having boomerang or hookshot equipped. Right. Here come the blue balls. And here they do indeed come already. Alright, 2 so far. Up to 4. Alright, 5 blue balls. Good job Krithel wasn't still on PB pace, because that would probably have ruined it. Aga 5 sounds like too many Agas to me. There's only so many balls a man can take. Alright, just Ganon to go. Looks like we're going to be looking at maybe like a low 111 here with a good fight. It's like Ganon's trying to outdo Aghanim's numbers here with all these warps. Krithel got the blue Ganon, unfortunately, but that should set him up for triples the rest of the way. Slightly early on the torchlight there, so might not get the triple here. Yeah. Okay. Let's not fall off at the end here. There we go. Ganon down. Get your GGs ready in chat. Commiserations to Oase for the unfortunate ending to this race. Krithel's going to cross the line here with a race time of 1:11:23. Looks like Krithel is joining for an interview here. GG.
Hello, GG. Thank you.
I'm assuming we're not going to be getting Oase for an interview for power reasons.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it's a real shame. But yeah, I think you were like 3.5 to 4 minutes ahead at that point, so at least presumably the result of the race wasn't affected. But it's a shame we couldn't get to see Oase finish.
Yeah, I was watching by that point after things had fallen off a cliff in TR and on.
Yeah, so I mean, up until TR, that was a really nice run though.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was all right. It was there were still problems, but that's always going to happen. But yeah, then TR was unfortunate, and then pretty much every split after it was a decent GT. Everything else was a bit ropey, but that's kind of how it goes. You need to always need to put more practice into the back end because I've done a lot of the first half infinitely resetting.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of a good thing. I think like the first like 20 minutes or so of this category is real hard.
Yeah, it is. It's always fun to get a run that deep, and and I soft locked because I for some reason was doing the stuff with my controller in the wrong grip. I realized halfway through, panicked. I don't even know how I pressed up, but I must have somehow. And that was that. Shouldn't really happened, but I mean the rest of it was also bad. So we can say it wasn't just TR at least.
But so the story of Oase's run really was, until the power cut, was like the time loss was mostly to like some basement clip problems. Like the first one, it was just pretty slow, and then his second basement clip, he messed it up a couple of times and ran out of magic. Had to go the long way around and beat the dungeon legit.
Oh, that's really tough. That's I guess using the new Samaria strats, that's a much bigger kind of danger.
Yeah,
magic is actually a factor with those new Samaria strats. So. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, basement clip is what it is. There's always a chance it's going to go horribly wrong somewhere. I mean, I do the route that's more likely to happen, but thankfully, at least this time, it didn't.
Yeah, at least you get to get your first basement clip out of the way early.
Yeah, and that is actually, I mean, getting to split them up quite far away is really nice. You've got the pressure on the potion use. But after that, I think it's genuinely, I find this better, aside from that potion use, just because, yeah, as you say, you get out of the way early. You kind of front load a lot of the difficulty, and then it's a little bit more relaxing as you get through the rest of it. You can still die anywhere, but that's part of the category. It's half the fun of it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so you're 1-1 now. You get to play for a winning record next week. I guess we won't know who you're going to be racing just yet.
Yeah, no, I think I imagine we'll find out later today.
Yeah, looking at the results here, it looks like it's looks like Fox, Tam, and Relkin are the other players who are 1-1 in that bracket.
Okay, so all terrifying.
Yeah, I mean everyone
I mean,
in the past starters
yeah.
brackets pretty good at the game.
Yeah. That'll be fun, right? Whatever, whoever it is, I'm sure we'll have a fun time.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, you got anything else to add there? Or
No,
should we...
no. Thanks for putting on the restream. Yeah, thanks
Alright.
to everyone.
All right, excellent. I guess we'll throw back to Slacker to see us out then.
All right, and again, give our runners Krithel and OSA a follow for the performance they put on today. And I also want to thank Rob J. Beasley for coming in and commentating the whole race. We're going to try to get more from the RMG League when we get free streamers and commentators for y'all. But we also have races from the ALttPR randomized tournament and Zelda 2 randomizers, and of course a bunch of other Zelda games going on at the same time. But I'm going to send you over to DoomTap, who's doing some RMG practice as well. And thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.